My name is Matt Hill, and I've been gaming most of my life. For this one, I just want to show y'all 5 of my favorite NES games. Now, this isn't in no particular order, but I just thought, why not do some NES games? Okay, so the first game I want to mention is, well, I've already mentioned it in my first video, but that is Bucky O'Hare. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the heck is Bucky O'Hare anyway? Well, think of this game as a Mega Man clone, but you get to play as more than one character. And what's really cool about this game is it's actually by Konami. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Why not Capcom? Well, honestly, I think Konami did a good job on this one. Well, just be careful though, because this game is challenging, and it will make you solve puzzles. Which I know Mega Man does, but this one did it pretty good. Okay, now the second game I'm going to mention is actually a game I've beaten around last year, or about a few months ago, but that's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Now, what's really cool about Punch-Out!, you might ask? Well, what's really cool is that it's just about Little Mac, who's kind of one of the most underrated Nintendo characters ever. But basically, it's just about him trying to get to the top of the championships. And all you have to do is beat all these boxers who have different rhythm patterns, and then once you take them out, you win. But the biggest challenge is fighting Mike Tyson himself. Now, be careful, because he will take you down. I know, he took me down a lot. Now, the third game I want to mention is actually Castlevania. The original Castlevania. Now, what's really cool about Castlevania is that it has some really good challenge, which I think, even though it's known for being one of the hardest games ever, I still think it's really a good challenge. Because, well, not only will the game challenge you, but it has a lot of good boss battles, like a giant bat, the Medusa head, like Frankenstein, which actually that Hunchback is annoying. But other than that though, the game is pretty good. And, well, it doesn't have the best control like Castlevania 4 does, but it's still fun to play. Now, the fourth game I want to mention is probably my favorite Contra game on the NES. Super C, or Super Contra. Basically, it's basically Contra, but it's a little bit faster than the original. Well, what does suck about it is that it doesn't have the 30 lives code, but it has 10 life code. But actually, I can do without it. What's really cool is that it gives you all kinds of weapons to play with, and you just have to, don't get hit once, because if you do, well, we already know the answer. But other than that, Super C is a really fun game, and I think it might be better than the first one. And now the final game I want to mention is one of the first games I ever played on the NES. Well, along with Mario, Kirby, and many others. But that game is Ninja Gaiden 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about Ninja Gaiden 1? Well, I never owned the first Ninja Gaiden, but I did have the second one. And I could never beat it as a kid, honestly, but when I got to around 20 years old, I finally beat it. And what's really cool about this game is, I like the power-ups better, I like the controls a lot better. It just has a pretty cool story, not as good as the first game, but I still think it's fun to play. Still fun to watch. And what's really neat is that it has a good challenge. That's what I think Ninja Gaiden games are to me, is challenging. Sort of like, well, I would say Battletoads, but that game's real hard. But other than that, Ninja Gaiden 2 is one of the best games on the NES. You've got to play this. And that's actually every NES game I can think of. But tell me, what are some games you like on the NES? But other than that, y'all have a nice day. 806 games. 806 games.